In today's video, I'm going to show you one way of uniting your heart and mind to allow faster manifestation. So unity of heart and mind, although it is vaguely mentioned in like kind of abstract ways in other spiritual teachings, in reality transurfing, it's like a direct method for faster manifestation, right? If you want to create your reality, you have to have this harmony between your mind and your heart. And there are a couple of ways of going about this, right? There's a lot of material written on this in the book. So we're going to be discussing one of those methods, how to create this unity of heart and mind so that you can actually create the reality that you want rather than constantly creating a reality on loop that you don't really enjoy. So one of the methods to establish this harmony between heart and mind is constantly listening to the whisperings of your heart and at all times living true to your own credo. That is the term that Vadim Zeland mentions in it, right, in the book. And let's break it down what it means. Let's break down the first part. Always listening to the whisperings of your heart. Throughout your life, what have you become really used to? You have been really used to just tuning into what your mind is thinking. There's so much heavy intellectual activity constantly going on, so many worries, so much stress, so much projection of the future and the past, that within all this intellectual activity, the intuition and the feelings that your heart is putting forth are completely being drowned out. So as long as you live in a state where you are just constantly thinking and projecting this past and future and just worrying and thinking about these other outcomes that don't necessarily exist, you are ignoring all the intuition that is coming straight to you, the natural intelligence that is coming straight to you, trying to show you your path, and all the infinite intelligence that you have access to. So one of the ways to unite the heart and mind is to actually disengage from the mind's activity more and more. So the mind obviously is a very useful tool, and we use it, to create and solve problems and whatnot. However, to live this life the most effective way, you cannot give away your entire conscious control to the mind, because the mind will create chaos, as you probably are sure by now, looking at your life and the life of everybody on this planet, because we have given too much control to the mind. Now take some of that attention away. And what Vadim Zeland says in the book is give the mind a new job. What's the mind's new job? The mind's new job is to always consider how the heart is feeling, how you feel about certain decisions that you're making, about the path that you are following, about the things you do every single day. A lot of people are living in a state where they don't enjoy at all what they are doing every single day. They don't even enjoy, let's just say, their career, yet they have goals within that career that they want to reach, that they need to reach because it will give them a happier future. But you see, as long as your heart is saying no to the current path you're on, the current career that you're on, no matter what goals you create within that career, it will never, first of all, be reached. But even if you do reach those goals and you manifest that, right? Those goals won't make you happy. They will just further perpetuate your unhappiness. And then your mind will project future goals within that career again, that you have to attribute a lot of great effort to achieve those. So one of the easiest ways to drop all of this years and years of struggle to achieve nothing is to just start tuning into your heart. How does your heart feel about what you do every single day? How does your heart feel about your current direction in life that you're trying to take? How do you what kind of intuition you get, right? What are you passionate about? What do you deep down know that you should be doing with your life, but you are not because of the fear and all that other stuff? Start to tune into those feelings, that intuition. That is like the first step to uniting the heart and mind. If you don't, out of fear, and you just continue to do what you don't like every single day, you continue to make decisions that aren't making you feel good, then you will never really have the unity of heart and mind that is necessary to create your own reality the way that you want to. Listening to your heart is the most beautiful things because it will make your life so effortless. In the beginning, it might be scary because I know in the beginning, like my life had to take a whole 360. I thought I was going to this path in finance and going to go to the corporate world. And then my last semester of college, after I have invested all this time into my studies and into this particular path that I was thinking of going into, I was like, oh, I don't even want to do this anymore. I don't feel right in this path. This is not where I'm meant to be. And at that time, this particular path that I'm on, right, with Personal Mastery Quest, it was not a thing. It was just the unknown. So it was like, okay, do I go in this path, but I don't really feel good at all? Or do I, I'm being called towards this particular path, but I have no idea if it's ever going to work out, if it's ever going to unfold in success, if I'm ever actually going to be happy in this way, but my heart is still calling that. It's calling me to that. Am I going to do it? At that time, I'm so glad that I did, because even though it was scary in the beginning, as I kept following my heart, my journey unfolded in a more and more, intelligent way, in a simplistic way, things that made sense, and it just became easier and easier. And even to this day, my life is so uncertain, but now I've, as I said in a previous video, find comfort within the uncertainty. But when you follow your heart, yes, you're going to have the courage to go that direction where you don't know if it's ever going to work out. But because your heart is calling to that path, that is proof enough. That is proof enough that that is the path that you are meant to be on. That is the path on which life will truly come to support you and start giving you everything that you want. So number one, uniting the heart and mind, you have to actually go for the things that your heart wants, not the things that your society wants you to want, not the things that your family is telling you to want, not the things that you have grown up all your life thinking that you want because other people have those things. Start to disengage from all that and tune in to what's going on within your heart. How you feel about something tells you exactly if it is meant for you or if it is not. If you are supposed to go for it, if you are not. So instead of using your mind to navigate life, start using your heart to navigate life. And you will have such an easier time, and you will have such a better time, because on the heart's path is where effortlessness exists, success exists, financial abundance exists. The mind's path, although it makes it out seem to be like, oh, this is where the money is, this is where success is, this is where well-being is, this is where I can prove myself to others. None of that stuff actually exists there. On the mind's path, everything always exists in the future, a future that never comes. On the heart's path, everything exists here and now. Happiness is here and now. Success is here and now. Well-being is here and now. And even if those things don't exist materially in the now, on the heart's path, the feelings of those things exist in the here and now. So on the heart's path, you may not have all the money in the world, but you still feel utterly abundant and full of joy and really satisfied. And just an eager anticipation of the future, which does continue to unfold in more magical ways. It's truly this way. Try it out. And now the second part of this, of uniting your heart and mind, is living true to your own credo. I'm not sure if that word is pronounced that way, but I'm going to say credo. I think it is though, by the way. What does that mean? It means staying true to yourself. It means to express your own individuality rather than trying to be like other people, right? Rather than trying to mimic other people's success. This is also a kind of a trap that I fell into. When I was really getting into this entrepreneurship, I started to follow other people's models for their success. How maybe other people created successful blogs or businesses or YouTube channels or coaching services. And what I eventually got to the conclusion of, the conclusion I eventually got to was that I can take bits and pieces from other people's processes that feel good to me, but at the end of the day, my success will be my own. And that's not some ego kind of statement. It's simply true. Your success has to be a unique expression of you. So yes, you can take inspiration from other people. However, at the end of the day, what you create in this life is going to be uniquely yours. It's going to be coming from your heart, your soul. So don't try to be like other people. Don't try to prove your worth to other people. Don't try to, prove anything to anybody. That is not what goals are for. Goals are there for your expansion, for your happiness, for your personal happiness, not even for your family's happiness. So go for your goals only for that. Follow the path on which you don't have to prove yourself to anybody, on which you don't have to compare yourself to anybody. Simply go on your path because that is where your happiness is. And that is what fills you up with joy. That is what fills you up with passion. And never try to compare yourself with anyone. Live true to your own values. Don't just create and establish values and then completely, neglect them when some person suggests to you something. Never ditch your originality. Never neglect your authenticity. Be yourself, follow your own path, and that will help you unite the heart and mind. Along with, constantly tuning into the heart. How does it feel about the decision that I just made, about the path that I'm on, right? These two things, very crucial. Don't neglect them. This will help you unite the heart and mind. All right. If you want to further learn the whole reality transurfing process in detail, check out my reality transurfing course down below. And also watch my free accelerated reality masterclass. A whole masterclass dedicated to teach you how to accelerate the time between a desire and its manifestation. The link is also down below. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. Share this video with a friend who would also find it helpful. Subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.